Hi, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. If you haven't already, join me in some lives. I'm trying to do at least a couple of lives a week now. So it's nice to chat with people on the other side. So knowing where you're coming from and any questions that you might have as well, just hop on and join us. We usually do that on an evening in the UK time. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment if you like, but keep it nice. So let's get into this reading, shall we, and see what we've got for you today. So I've got the moon cards here. Let's just see what kind of energy you're in at this time. What is on your mind right now that you would like to know more about? Now, as soon as I started this video, I started to get a headache, and I feel like there's you're either really up in your head a lot, or someone's feeling very sort of like blocked up, congested, or feeling very heady. Maybe you had a skinful last night and you've got a headache. It could be that, but it feels very much like perhaps there's an energy where you're feeling a little bit dehydrated or a bit congested. And so we've got the card here, Strength. Now this is interesting because I actually shuffled the pack and picked a card before I started recording this, and Strength was the card that came out. So this could be a time right now where you're feeling like things are a little bit rocky, things are a little bit precarious, or just feel turbulent and difficult at this time. But there's always that guiding light, you know, there's always something watching over you, guiding over you. Right now you may be reminiscing about loved ones past, or somebody that you perhaps aren't around anymore, but you're thinking about that person or those people. And there's an energy here of sort of, you know, things are about to change. You just got to keep having that strength, that courage to keep moving forward. I'm going to pick one of the feminine energy oracle cards as well, because just see where your energy is with that. What is this strength that we're looking at? What do you need strength in as well? What do you need strength in? Okay, so perhaps at the moment this says unrecognized. Maybe right now you're feeling like you're not being seen, or you're not being fully seen for how you perceive yourself to be. Maybe you don't feel understood by those around you, or you feel like you've got more to offer, you've got more to your abilities, your skills, but they're not being recognised. I'm being guided to say to you here that it's not that you're not being recognised, it's you're at the point where actually you are about to be recognised, you are about to be really seen. And watch this pattern now, because you may have had this happen in your life several times, where you've got so far and felt like it's not working. I'm not being seen, I'm not being heard, I'm not being valued enough for what I do, okay? When actually you're right at the edge of everything changing. So imagine there's like a bowl and it can tip either way, and you're in the centre point and you're moving across to the edge, and you know if it tips all the way, it's going to change everything and make, you know, you'll be on the other side. But getting to that edge part is the trickiest bit, because it feels vulnerable, it feels precarious, it feels like, what if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong about this, and actually as it tips I fall off, or it breaks, or I don't quite make it? And that's the energy I'm feeling for you right now, is like you're just at that tipping point. And that tipping point is where you're creating a lot of fear, okay? And what usually follows fear is a death and rebirth. Okay, so after that fearful time, if you can move through that, the next part to that is that rebirth. Okay. Woo, let's get into the runes. What have I done with my runes? Oh, whew, I nearly had a panic attack then. I'm never without my runes. Never. So let's see what we've got on here. Feihu, like I say, you know, the wealth that you're looking for, what you want to achieve here, you are about to receive it. But sometimes we have to go through challenges first. We have to be really tested to see if we're going to stay on track, on path, okay? Trusting in yourself, trust the relationship with yourself. You know you're putting all that hard work in. You know you're doing everything that you can. You know, you might be looking out the door at competition, at other people, or look at them and how they're doing and stuff. Well, maybe just keep watching yourself, okay? Do not compare yourself to others. You're not living their life. You don't know anything about their lives. They're not you. Only you are responsible for you. And Air Wars is an energy of that responsibility for yourself, that relationship with yourself, and trusting in yourself. It's the energy of aligning your mind and your heart and bringing them together. And that aligns you with an energy of movement and taking responsibility for what you can, yeah? These are about roles. It's a bit like the Queen of Pentacles. It's about what role do you play in your life and how much are you willing to nurture yourself? Now, there's one thing that I want to say about this, that in your life, you are the only permanent thing in your life, okay? So you may as well nourish yourself as much as you possibly can, because you are always going to be with yourself. People come and go, places come and go, but you will always be in your own life, the permanent fixture. So radio is about, you know, you get to choose your destiny. You get to choose the journey that you take. So choose wisely, choose carefully, trust yourself to know what is right for you. You know, take responsibility for yourself, your needs, and what has to happen for you. You are not responsible for anybody else, and nobody else is responsible for you either. So let's see. Oh, I don't believe that. Strength just flew out. So if you needed a message today, your message is about having that courage, being bold, being, when I say bold, I don't mean like no hair, I mean, you know, bold. This is about you taking the reins of your own life. Someone here has something really important that they need to go and do. They have something that they need to really have courage with. And, you know, yes, you might feel vulnerable doing this. You might feel really seen, or, you know, showing yourself truly, you know, your full true colours. And that might be really scary for you. That might be difficult for you, because maybe you've tried to do that in the past and you've been smacked back down again, or ridiculed, or told you're not good enough, or just rejected in some kind of way. Well, right now, the force and the energy that you're giving off, you're not going to be rejected. You are not going to be rejected in any way, shape or form, okay? And even if something did reject you, it's going to be like water off a duck's back, because you honour you right now. You have repaired that relationship with yourself and come to realise, I am the important person in my life. I'm the only person that needs to be the most important in my life, okay? And that's not being selfish, it's not being arrogant, it's being worthy of yourself, worthy of your life. Sorry, that sounded like a bit of a rant there, didn't it? So strength and strength, I can't believe that. Strength and strength coming out in your cards. What is the challenge around this strength? Why are you finding it a challenge? Okay. Maybe you're finding it a challenge because there's a fear of missing out, because there's too many options or illusions. It's almost like you're not sure if what you're heading towards is a big illusion. And there's so many other options, there's so many other things you could do. It's almost like there's too much choice here. And if there's too much choice, it's difficult to stick to one thing, isn't it? There's a fear of commitment on this, because it's like, well, if I go for this, what if actually that turns out to be the best thing ever and I've missed out on it? So if I try and keep hold of all of these things, then I won't miss out on anything. But that is very debilitating. That is very exhausting, and it's difficult to keep up, isn't it? You're always going to have opportunities in your life. And like a reading I did last night, you know, you're always going to have opportunities, but sometimes those opportunities are actually temptations to lead you off your path. Radio is asking you to choose, be responsible for the choice that you make and make it work for you, okay? Radio works with the sacral center. This is the energy of your creativity, your relationships, and how responsible you are, the role that you play in your life, and how switched on you are to what it is that you need in your life and what you want. So your challenge here is about, you need to make a choice. There are many opportunities available to you. You're very lucky in that sense, but you need to make a choice here and break the illusion, okay? Because there is no wrong path. There is nothing that's going to be like, oh, if I take this path, it's going to end in doom. Every path has a different adventure, definitely, but they all lead to the fate, okay? They all lead you to your fate. But on that journey, you know, you get to decide, do I want the tough journey? Do I want the easy journey? Do I want comfort or do I want growth? Those are your choices. So ask yourself, what is it that I want? What do I truly want? You do find things a little bit of a struggle, a little bit of a burden, and you carry a lot of this on yourself. You put a lot of expectation on yourself to be a certain way as well, I feel. So what do you need to focus on right now? Do you need to focus on? So focusing here on taking things slow and steady, working on your own stability and security. You know, again, you're the only one responsible for that stability and security. And you do have an opportunity coming your way for you to be grounded in that, to really fully honour that. But it might mean just cutting off some of these other opportunities, or what you perceive as opportunities, so that you can do that, so that you can bring that into your life, okay? Because there's this energy of you wanting to move forward, but you're having to go slowly. You know, take your time. Take time to enjoy what you already have. And everything will come to you, okay? It will work out. You're no longer stuck. You're no longer trapped. It's just a slow process, okay? It's a slow movement, but keep that courage and that bravery there. Okay. So what is it that you actually need to focus on? Because it's saying about the stability and the security, but in what area of your life? The devil just tried to pop out on there. So there is some temptation in your life that tries to throw you off. But I feel like you know deep down what direction is for you. We've got the Lovers. So it's focusing on the avenue that leads to love, that leads you to feeling that stability and security in loving, giving and receiving relationships. So it's basically about you finding balance in giving and receiving. There's, like I say, so many opportunities available to you, but there feels like there's one avenue that leads to loving commitment. And this is what is being said to you, as we said about focus. You know, your focus is on stability and security. Well, I feel like that stability and security is in the area of love. It's in the area of love relationships. Okay. So, what opportunities then, or temptations, do you need to let go of? What do you need to let go of here? There's an energy here of, I'd say, sabotage, actually. It's almost like an energy of needing change a lot. So letting go of this feeling of like, I have to change this, or I have to change that, or, you know, I need to burn this bridge in order to go to this. It's kind of like, I see somebody kind of hopping from different things. I don't know, imagine there's like stacks of stones, you know, when people pile stones up on the beach or something, and there's a little creature or something that lands on the one, and it tries to get used to it as a home maybe, but then it starts to crumble. Oh, I'm going to move then. So it's almost like as soon as there becomes a deepening, or there becomes something that needs to be looked at a deeper level, it's time to move on. So this is kind of like suggesting where you feel that wobble, that fear, that sort of, this is more than surface level. It feels like you kind of struggle to deal with that. So you just bring the house down and decide, this isn't for me anymore. Something within you right now is asking you to find the strength to, and the stamina to stay in something and see it through. Okay, obviously this isn't me telling you to stay in something that's completely toxic or full of bad taste and it's just really debilitating to you. No, there's obviously a different avenue for you. But if this is something that you know of that actually brings you that stability and security, makes you feel like you can have the courage to move forward in it, then this is asking you, when you hit a point where it's like perhaps that person needs you on an emotional level, or something needs to be done that could turn into a bit of an argument or something like that, this is about you sort of trying to move through it rather than stepping away from it. Okay. We have the Empress on the bottom there as well. So this is about attracting that abundance, and sort of having, she's all about nature and nature being in balance, you know, and that is about the balance of the masculine and the feminine working together in harmony. And the Empress, when she's sat in that power, she's very bountiful, she's very fruitful, she's full of love, unconditional love. And that's the word here, is unconditional love. It feels to me like there is an avenue that you need to focus on that contains this unconditional love, but I feel like maybe that scares you, or you don't know how to deal with that. So it's asking you to deal with this in a different way to how you normally would. I just saw 1616 on the clock as well. I'll put down in the description box what that means for somebody here. So let's see what advice we've got for you, because it feels like this could be a pattern that you're trying to collapse. You're really looking in on the parts of yourself. So the advice here, we've got the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands can be somebody that's very sort of charismatic, confident. You feel like you've got this energy about you, whether you're male or female, doesn't matter. You may have this energy about you where you've kind of been able to play the game, you know, get what you want from people, do what you want. I feel like you're a very attractive person, and maybe you kind of get into a point now where that isn't working for you anymore, because you want something a lot deeper than that. You know, you've kind of gone through this transition where you've realized, actually, I need to step away from that and move towards things that are a little bit simpler, a little bit easier. So give us a little bit of clarity on that King of Wands there. Yeah, you've had an awakening about this. It's been revealed to you. It's almost like you've revealed to yourself or illuminated to yourself a need for change in a particular habit or pattern within your life that has held a lot of this temptation or opportunities that you feel are actually taking you away from your true path, from the direction that you want to go in. I'm going to get what your outcome is then on this. So what is your outcome here? What is the outcome here? Being very, very, what's the word? Non-committed. Okay, we've got the Four of Pentacles on here. So the outcome here is about, you know, working on that security again, stability, and keeping things held together. I feel like you want something secure. You want something that's a solid foundation, and that's what you're moving towards. There's something that perhaps you haven't been able to let go of, and you are still not letting go of it. So this is your outcome. It's become apparent that you're not willing to let go of this. So give us some clarity on that. What is it that you don't want to let go of that's your outcome? I keep seeing that Two of Cups. What is your outcome here? Okay, I'm going to manually pick it. Okay, we've got the Moon. So this is about, I feel like the outcome here is that things that you've held quite close to your chest are about to be revealed, are about to come out. Whether that is you having the bravery and the courage to allow that to come out, to be illuminated, to be seen. There's definitely a secret or something hidden deep within that is about to be revealed. That could be revealed to you, or it could be what's coming from you. I feel like it's more coming from you, as we've seen in the cards here about the strength, having the bravery and the courage to come forward here, having the bravery and the strength to choose your path, choose that opportunity, seize it, and recognize actually this is the path I want to take with that more security and stability. But again, it's like a slow moving energy and you are in control of this, okay? There's flow with this. Owls might be important to you, and also the full moon as well. So perhaps around the full moon, you may have seen an owl, or there may have been something significant around that sort of time that has been part of this awakening, this reveal to you, this realization. Okay, let's get one final card then for you around this. The Ace of Swords. Yeah, you've had a bit of an aha moment. You've had a bit of an epiphany. You're kind of seeing things very clearly now. You're seeing very clearly the way forward, the path forward. Now, it doesn't mean that there isn't going to be more temptation, more challenges along the way, but this is about you working on that relationship with yourself and understanding what empowers me, what disempowers me, and taking responsibility for yourself and the way that you want to move forward. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you. If that resonates with you and you would like more, my details are down in the description box. So please do get in touch if you want to book yourself a personalised reading. I also offer 1 to 2 questions, or you could have 5 questions if you want to. They're £10 each. Just drop me an email and then send the money to my PayPal and I will get back to you, usually within like 2 to 4 hours. So I usually try and get back to you as soon as I possibly can. So have a blessed day.